Good morning. My name is Eric Reinhardt. I'm the Lake County State's Attorney. This morning, a few moments ago, the judge ruled that Robert Cremo III would be held without bond and that there was probable cause to hold him at this time for 7 counts of first-degree murder. We have filed those counts alleging the intentional killing of 7 individuals. Based on the information that the investigation has produced so far, the judge found that the evidence was at such a level that he could be held without bond. Also, because the fact that it is a mandatory life sentence. Additional details were developed during that bond hearing. I know there was a pool reporter there for that. I can certainly answer some additional questions about that. I want to continue to emphasize that this is an ongoing and active investigation with all of our law enforcement partners. If anyone has any surveillance footage whatsoever of the July 4th Highland Park parade, we would urge them to contact the Highland Park Police Department. Well, his statement was voluntary. He was questioned in the Highland Park Police Department. He was read his Miranda warnings, offered attorneys, etc. He went into details about what he had done. He admitted to what he had done. No, and I was also asked the question if he said why he did it. We don't want to speculate on motives right now.
Investigation is gone very much into what happened after the shooting, what Cremo's plan was. Investigators did develop some information that it appears when he drove to Madison, he was driving around. However, he did see a celebration that was occurring in Madison, and he seriously contemplated using the firearm he had in his vehicle to commit another shooting in Madison.
Did you know how much ammunition he had at that point?
Approximately 60 rounds.
The female witness you were looking for yesterday, and what did you learn?
We have not been able to locate her yet. So in 2020, he bought 4 weapons. The weapon used in the July 4th attack, a Celtic Sub 200, a Remington 700, a shotgun. In 2021, he purchased a Glock 43X, and that was after his 21st birthday. He did dispose of his phone in Madison, the Madison area in Middleton. That phone has since been recovered.
So Chief Ben Dillon handled the, Dillon, D-I-L-L-O-N, handled the details of the bond information that was given to the judge. He indicated that from the roof of the store, the defendant emptied 1 clip of, I believe, 30 rounds and reloaded a second clip. I believe emptied that clip, I'm not positive, and actually reloaded a 3rd time. And so those details may change, obviously, as the investigation continues, but that's the information that we gave to the judge today. So the arraignment will likely be in August. Just to give you the schedule, the next court date was set as, I believe, July 28th at the request of we asked to move that up to late July. He will be represented by the Public Defender's Office. They had one of their most experienced attorneys present in court today. They will consult, and this matter will be presented to a grand jury or a judge at some point for additional hearings regarding the evidence to see if he should be held over for trial. Obviously, we predict that, or we wouldn't have filed the charges, and an arraignment will likely be in August. The question was, when will the rest of the charges be presented? Yesterday, I referred to the fact that there would be additional charges, many more charges against this defendant because so many people were hurt. For each individual was hurt, people can anticipate an attempt murder charge as well as an aggravated battery with a firearm charge. All of those are Class X felonies, which have obviously serious prison time associated with them. But other people were attempted to be murdered, people who were not shot. So there are many different charges that we are reviewing with respect to the other individuals who have sadly been injured by this, frankly, who were present on the scene, they were shot at. That may also constitute an attempt murder charge. Every time he fires a bullet at an individual, he is committing aggravated discharge of a weapon, whether he hits someone or not. There will be many, many more charges coming in the coming weeks. I don't want to say for sure, but I would anticipate all of those charges being presented at one time in late July. The question was, how do the 19 knives, when you confiscate 19 knives, how does that affect some of the procedures that we've been talking about? Many of these questions will have to be answered by the Illinois State Police, only because that internal FOID process is set by administrative regulations and is set by internal ISP procedures in terms of getting what's called the FOID card in Illinois. That's the fire owner ID card. And so, again, it's on a case-by-case basis with respect to what they knew. But in that case, there had not been any firearms confiscated, that's what I know right now. But the Illinois State Police are going to have to answer those questions regarding their internal process. The question was to go through some of the discussions with the federal officials. U.S. Attorney John Lausch and I, L-A-U-S-C-H, John Lausch, he and I are talking every few hours. He and I were both present at the command post and at the Highland Park Police Department throughout July 4th and July 5th. U.S. Attorney Lausch and I were also present yesterday at a press conference, and we're talking every few hours, as I said. We are constantly evaluating the information. Much of the information is digital. Much of it has to be evaluated, with a lot of detail, right? With a lot of precision. The FBI is analyzing that information, and I would refer you either to Director Ray or U.S. Attorney Lausch with respect to the timing of any federal charges. We are working with them constantly. Our cybercrime lab is in constant contact with FBI agents, and we are all working together. It's obviously all hands on deck as we continue to evaluate this active investigation.